If you are tired of doing forward folds with no results, you have done about 1,000 at this point and you still can't touch your toes with ease, you still feel really tight in your hamstrings, I'm going to show you the mistake that you're making, and honestly the mistake that most people are making. You see, when you are cued to do a forward fold in a yoga class, it is very seldomly corrected, and even if it is corrected, the focus is still often on reaching your hands to your feet, and that really should not be the focus if you are trying to lengthen the hamstrings. So if you try to think of your hamstrings as an elastic band, it is connected to your pelvis. So think about how if I were to send my pelvis up, it's going to pull that elastic band because it's going to pull away from one another. But when I tuck my pelvis in, it's going to soften. So you can kind of play around with this. Come to stand like this, so you've got your knees a little bit bent, and just rest your hands on your thighs. Now, send your tailbone up towards the sky and lean forward. Notice that pull. Now stay where you are and tuck in your pelvis. Notice that the pull goes away. So what needs to happen instead? When you are coming to a forward fold, bend your knees first. Start to lean forward and find belly to thigh connection. You're going to feel a pull already. Make sure that your spine is straight. If you start to round here already, your hamstrings may not be flexible enough to even come down all the way. That's okay. Do what we first did here. Placing your hands on your thighs, nice straight back, and then straighten your knees until you feel a nice stretch. You don't want this stretch to be insanely intense. You want to feel it, and then from there you want to breathe. Take deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, can you go further? So you utilize breath and the correct anatomical alignment. Next up, if you can go further than this, find belly to thigh connection, then reach for the floor. Maybe your hands are floating. Do I have a block here? Not right now, but if you have a block, maybe you rest your hands on blocks to bring the ground closer to you. Whatever you need to do to be nice and aligned, you're sending that tailbone up, your back is nice and straight. Amazing place to start. And then if you can go even further, fold, 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 belly to thigh connection. Then you place your hands on the ground, and then this is where you can play around with straightening your legs. Okay, so you're only going to actually straighten your legs when you have the flexibility to do so. We've got to stop going into stretches in the full expression and expecting to improve that way. We need to go step by step, and you need to start at your level. So it's very, very important. Once you're here, you can really play around the straightening and bending, and we can go into that. Next up, I'm just going to show you 3 exercises to expedite the process of getting your hamstrings nice and flexible so that you can flop over into that forward fold sooner rather than later, because I know you've been working really hard on it and it's frustrating when we don't see results. Here at Yoga with Catherine, we are in the results business always. So start standing. The first exercise is halfway hinges. So nice deep breath. Exhale, bend your knees slightly. Now, inhale again, and you can either reach your hands up or you can place them on your hips. Whatever you want to do here, it doesn't matter. The main thing is that we're focusing on that nice integrity and alignment. So, on that exhale, you hinge forward, send your weight back into your heels, and then you lift back up. Exhale, hinge, send your weight forward, your bum is going back, and you're sending that tailbone up. And even if you can only go this far, totally fine. Don't feel like you need to go all the way. Start where you are, build your way up. That's what we do here. So you want to do about 10 of these. If you could get 3 sets of this in every single day, that would be amazing. So even if you are waiting for your toast to pop, the kettle to boil, whatever, you can place your hands on your kitchen table and just do a few of these hinges, and that way you can really also lean back. Okay, next thing. Come to that position that we started in when you are really beginner. So you've got your knees bent, your hands on your thighs, not directly on your knees, just above. And we're gonna do a folded cat-cow. So there are also different levels of this. So when you are here, when this is your flexibility level, you stay here. You send your tailbone out, look out in front of you, round and tuck as you exhale. So inhale, arching, nice cat-cow, exhale, round. So you're gonna feel that pull happen and then that softening. It's a great way to integrate the breath and also some spinal work. We wanna loosen up the spine, we wanna lubricate the joints here, and that's really gonna help you as well. If you can go further, maybe you've got your blocks here, you're gonna inhale, arch, exhale, round. So you kind of just do the same thing in the further positions. If you can go all the way down, what I do is I inhale, arch, kind of come up to my fingertips, exhale, round, straighten my legs all the way, tuck, tuck, tuck. Inhale, arch, even maybe keeping my legs straight here. Exhale, round. Feels really good. Again, can you do this every single day? Can you do 3 reps? Can you do 3 sets every day? That's really going to expedite the process, and you don't need to do 100 a day. 3 is good. That's really going to expedite it. The next thing that we're going to do is a folded squat. So starting from that beginning position again, if you are over here, you're going to bend your knees as much as you can. Again, if you can only go this far, that's okay. And then straighten. Lean forward. Bend the knees and straighten. So we're getting some knee mobility in there, lubricating these joints, and we're also activating and eccentrically stretching. So if you can go further, placing your hands either on blocks or on the floor, bend your knees, come into that squat, and then straighten out nicely. So just make sure that you are going at the pace that suits your current level. Very important. Again, 10 reps. Can you do 3 sets in a day? And that is it. That is how you can master your forward fold, flop down like a pancake, touch your toes in no time. There needs to be dynamic stretching, and then you also just need to know how to do forward fold properly. It's okay to passively stretch and forward fold. And I just realized maybe I should make another version that will also help if you're really struggling to get your spine straight, where you could do supine stretches. So sometimes it's easier to keep your back straight when you're laying on the ground, and we can do hamstring work like that too. If that's something you'd want to see, I would love to hear that in the comments. And I hope you guys like the new space. I'm so excited to have more space. I was very cramped at my other apartment. Now I feel like I'm kind of in a studio. It's amazing. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and I will see you in the next one.